kind of a couple of things here. One is working the angle of the yoga block to just, actually, I'm going to turn my yoga mat because the prop of the blocks is going to facilitate needing a yoga mat. I want to use them. Oh boy, I gotta vacuum my floor. Okay, as my pants pick up all the dust bunnies. Okay, so take those yoga blocks and you're gonna place them underneath on an angle the shin part of your thigh, or sorry, shin part of your leg, not your thigh. So I'm on the shin part below my knee joint, and I've tipped those blocks on an angle. And just kind of notice the sense of support, containment, maybe connection that offers you. And then play with shifting that block down closer to the ankle. And play with, you know, if my block is more this way, that puts in a different direction than if my block is more this way. So you might need different, the blocks might need to be slightly different left to right. Okay, but we want to find a position with those blocks that, again, it feels like there's some containment, some connection, some ability to then it's like, oh, I can bring the hands back, kind of lift up and out of the pelvis with the torso and the chest. And that there's just an ease with which the breath moves in and out here. Okay, then we're going to take those yoga blocks, and instead of being more shin focused, we're going to come up and support more the thigh. So for some of us, especially if we've got like super bendy floppy ankles, the shin and closer to the foot support of the block is going to feel better than having the block up and at the thigh. Okay, again, the angle of this block, so if I tip it more this way, this is different than if the block is this way. Okay, so play with the angle of the block. Or maybe my brain's kind of going, we actually might want it to be so kind of play with it. Again, find where it gives you this sense of connection, ease in the hips. The breath in and the breath out just kind of happens. And then you can play with, maybe you cat-cow the spine, maybe you just sit tall, maybe you play with finding a bit of that forward fold, which again, having the thighs get out of the way is going to be easier than when we were propped here and then the thighs are kind of in the way a little bit, but actually that feels really good too. So just play a little bit with how you. Sometimes we think when we prop the legs, it's all about support, and really it puts a direction into the bones of the shin and the thigh, and how that can impact us. Okay, so you might end up moving your blocks here in a second, but what we're going to do, actually take them out for a second. You're going to come down onto our backs. So again, now on your back, place those blocks either under the thigh or under the shin. Okay. And we're just going to hang here for a couple of minutes. This feels really good. So you're going to take one block out and straighten that leg. Keep the other block in, but you might find that you have to adjust it because, yeah, there needs to be something different, that a different kind of direction that comes in now that we've taken a leg straight. Take a couple of breaths there. Maybe you come up, and now that we've got two blocks, oh, I cannot. There we go. I've got, and now I've got one under the shin, one under the thigh. Maybe you interlace the fingers, bring your pointer fingers together, thumbs together, kind of like Charlie's Angels, and just reach those arms overhead. I can't get them straight, I'm too close to the wall. But it's like, I wanted to do that. Or maybe you just come into goalpost or cactus arms on the floor. Okay, then I'm going to place the props under the other side. Come back into like Baddha Konasana. That's probably going to be the best way to do this. And then straighten out that right leg. Yeah, there we go. then we're going to take those yoga blocks. We're going to stand both of our legs up. And we're going to take the yoga blocks and bring the edge of the yoga block right into our butt crease. So I'm going to kick into the pads of the feet to lift up a little bit so I can really get that edge in where the flesh of the butt and the thigh meet, and then take those legs out. And then you might have to adjust the blocks a little bit to get the right angle of the block based on how your legs roll out. Yeah, that feels pretty good. Okay. So just let your attention relax, soften, widen, and diffuse. And for the next several minutes, you're just going to practice being that observer of your attention. You are not your attention that flits maybe like a pollinator from place to place. But we're practicing dropping back and being the observer of our attention. Become aware of the room, the sounds of that room, and of my voice. And then bring your attention just to the blocks. You're going to just slide legs off enough that you can quickly and quietly, with the least amount of disruption possible, slide the bricks out of the way and just lengthen out the legs long. And then with your next exhale, you'll start with the count of 9. Inhale 8. And you're just going to count your way back to 0. And then once you reach 0, you're just going to start to gently wiggle the fingers and toes. Start to bring movement back to the body. Maybe stretching out, arms overhead, legs out long like a big yawn, or maybe curling up the knees into the chest, curling up like a ball. But you'll make your way from your back on to your side, whatever way feels good for you today. Ooh, chilly floor on my set. And then take a few breaths on your side before you use your arm and your hand to press up to a seated position. And then pressing yourself up, we'll just find a comfortable seat. Maybe notice how things feel as you come cross-legged. Feeling centered in the pelvis. Bringing the palms together just to the left of the breastbone in Anjali Mudra. Maybe reaching the fingertips away from one another. Breathing in with ease and out with a sense of okayness. Om Shanti Shanti Peace.